Hello, everybody. It's Azraelis. We're just going to do a little face-to-face here for just a second. Uh, Today I'm going to be talking about crypto mining. If you don't like crypto, uh, well, you probably won't like this video, but I urge you to stick around. Check it out. Because, to be honest, I think there's a lot of boogeyman type aspects to this. So, we'll get into that. So, we're heading over here. I'm going to take a quick look at... Oh, the lights are off. Let's turn on the lights. We'll take a quick look at my guitars as we're walking by. I got an Ibanez 7-string right there. I've done a ton of work to it. Replaced the pickups, replaced pretty much all the wiring inside because it just sounded like garbage. I got a Gremlin bass that's more sentimental value. I've done a bunch of work on it too. And I've got a Jackson 7-string that I got not too long ago for, I think, Christmas, I want to say. I got a classical guitar and an acoustic that's in that case. There's also another guitar that's behind that as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at this rat's nest of a mining operation that I have down here in my laundry room. This all looks very daunting, all of this. And that's because I've had to do a lot of work with this. Swapping out graphics cards, all that kind of stuff, because this year has been much less profitable than last year was. But I did want to show you my gains. Part of the reason I'm making this video is because I'm going to have a seat right here. I want you to understand that scalpers had lots more to do with the lack of, with the massive overpricing of mining, or of graphics cards. Miners had a much less of an effect. And if you followed what the things that, NVIDIA spokespeople had said and the things that AMD spokesmen had said, a lot of the problem was based on scalpers who were attacking both gamers and the miners by driving prices through the roof. And obviously demand. So, what did I do? Well, when I started with a single 2070 Super. As you can see right there. I was making lots of profits because last year, around February 2021, we hit a massive boom, and then Ethereum started screwing everybody over after that, so there you go. Proof of stake, which is what's the big to-do right now, is Ethereum proof of stake, because they're moving away from letting people mine, and they're moving to a proof of stake platform. I'm not going to get too far into it because I don't really want... You guys can talk in the comment section about whatever you want, but I don't really want to get into it. I think it's baloney. I think proof of work is the way that crypto should work. I think proof of stake feels a little bit more like a bank than the original plan for crypto. Hence why this entire rig is actually working on Ethereum Classic now. And for those of you who might be or have some experience with crypto mining, I recommend you try out Ethereum Classic. It was the easiest switch ever. If I wanted to do something like Kapow for Ravencoin and all that kind of stuff, I would need to do some serious changes to my voltages, fan curves, all that kind of stuff to keep this thing from trying to fry itself alive. So, what you're looking at here is you're looking at a 2070 Super, 1060. I traded a Oculus CV1 for that 1060, and it was a fair trade at the time. He wasn't a crypto miner. He's a friend of mine. He really wanted to do VR, so now he's got VR and I've got a 1060. The 2070 Super 1060, and then I've got two 570 8 gigs over here. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm having to try to avoid this fan that's right here with no shield on it. Okay. So with my profits from last year, I bought both of those 570s to expand, and I bought a Helium miner that I'm still waiting 5 months. I've been waiting for 5 months. It's probably going to be more like 6 or 7 months before I get it, maybe even more. I'm really kicking myself for doing that because I'm not totally convinced that it's going to be actually decently profitable. I think the ROI on that thing is going to be insane. So, why am I talking about crypto today? Well, we're at a weird time. We're in the middle of a bear market, and we're in the middle of a really nasty dip in the crypto market. One of the things about crypto that you can always trust is that it's going to come back up. And that brings me to another piece of information that I think gamers need to know. And that is that crypto's never going away. It's always going to be here. Proof of work coins are always going to be here, and people are always going to be picking up graphics cards to do that. So the market has to help you. If you're having trouble, if you end up, in the future years, have trouble getting a hold of your graphics cards, that's AMD's fault. That's NVIDIA's fault for not creating either compelling enough graphics cards or for not creating enough graphics cards, period. Because the fact of the matter is that decentralized currencies are here to stay for the rest of the time. People can ban them, people can do whatever they want, and it's not going to matter. So, what you're looking at here is actually a not very profitable mine. It was extremely profitable a while ago. Right now I am strictly mining Ethereum Classic, and I'm not making a lot of money, but I am making Ethereum Classic. This is a bear market, which means that we will have a bull run in the future. There's no way to tell when that bull run will happen, but I plan to be prepared by having coins in my wallet, waiting for those time periods where I can sell for a decent profit. I wanted to expand a lot more, but I ended up having to pay $400 for taxes from last year, and then of course the Helium miner issue. That was another $500. I mean, you're talking about like a third of what I made, just out the window right there. So I got my profits. I got some more stuff to help me along to expand, but it wasn't. It's not going too well for me. I need to expand a lot more. I need a lot more capital. And if you want to help out with that, if you got some coins lying around, I'll put some wallet addresses, maybe a PayPal, in the comment section below, because I really don't have an option. I don't really want to go too far into it. I am disabled, but I'm not disabled enough to convince the courts that I should have disability, so I'm kind of in a bind. Can I go back to doing the work that I used to? No. Can I go into and learn new work to do? Not really. So, kind of in a bind. So, I'm mining crypto. It's keeping me busy, and it's keeping my spirits up. The setup you're looking at right here is 2 motherboards. This one's running a very, very hot, very spendy processor. That's an FX8350. Definitely not an efficient processor. Definitely not an efficient setup. And I'm hemorrhaging electricity on this. This one's a 955 Black Edition, a little bit better on the wasted wattage that's going on here. I don't want to be wasting this stuff, but I tried. I was successful at running a mixed NVIDIA and AMD rig, but I would periodically have errors and shutdowns and things like that that really screwed with my profits. So I ended up splitting it into 2. And I haven't had any problems with that ever since. So I am hemorrhaging some electricity. You can see my kilowatt down there. I don't really want to show that either because it's not great. But part of the real deal for showing you guys this is that this isn't nearly as daunting as it looks. And you get to learn a bunch of really neat stuff. Networking stuff. You get to learn hardware stuff, software stuff. You get to learn, proper electricity usage setup and things like that, which is really a valuable piece of information, especially if you don't want to burn your house down. Learning a proper amount of wattage. You can see up here these wires, learning what those wires are, what they do, and how much they can handle, and their amperage and all that kind of stuff. Learning about this kind of stuff is a very valuable thing to do, and I recommend it to anybody. If you have some hardware, or if you have like some friends who have a 4 gig or more graphics card sitting around, just sitting there, they've upgraded and now it's sitting there, try to buy it from them and try this out. because it can be profitable. The real profits are in predicting the market, which is a whole separate side to all this stuff. It's this whole secondary function. Yes, you can mine, you can make profits off of your coins. You learn to balance your electricity usage along with all of these other things. You learn to run network switches and things like that. But you also learn this almost stock market like sensibility to try to predict where the market's going to go, because that's where the big dollars are. And you get to start out, you get to make money, you get to make profits, and then you use those profits to expand even more. You make more money, you make more profits, yada, 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 and it starts snowballing, and that's great. Me personally, I'm in a rut right now. I need more hash rate, I need more equipment, and I don't have any money to do that because of some poor purchases. We'll find out if the Helium miner does any good for me. And just the fact that it's that time. Proof of stake is happening. Proof of stake might be something up your alley. It's where you take a large quantity of Ethereum, you stake it, and then they give you rewards for leaving it locked up like that. They give you rewards for having it all locked up. So if you have a bunch of capital, you should look into proof of stake with Ethereum. If you're just looking to start mining, there's a million different options. You can mine Raven coin, you can mine Cero, you can mine Ethereum Classic, you can even still mine Ethereum as of right now when I put this video out. But myself and a lot of other miners, we're moving away from Ethereum because, for one, Ethereum doesn't have our back. We know that. We've known that for a long time. But the profits were too good to look away from. So, crypto mining isn't the boogeyman. All of this craziness, rat's nest, doesn't have to be this way. You can have this thing looking flawless and perfect and everything all in the way that it's supposed to be. And I really should have it that way right now, because I finally decided to stick with Ethereum Classic for now. But I kind of wanted to show you guys it in this form. I wanted to show you this kind of mess of modge-podge of stuff that is making money right now. This is genuinely making money. I'm supporting a network that I believe in, which is Ethereum Classic, and I believe that they have my back. And what do I want to do with mining? Seeming as though they denied my disability, I want to continue to make profits. I want to grow even bigger. I want to get some ASIC miners in here. I want to get more graphics cards and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to keep that same ideology that I started with. And that is, I'm going to aim for cards that aren't necessarily the top of the line. I am a gamer at the core. I always have been. I've been a gamer since I played Nintendo the first time. I love video games. I was beside myself that people couldn't get the cards that they had the money to buy. They just couldn't get them because people were overpricing them, and there just wasn't any in the supply chain. That was terrible, terrible thing. So I aimed for 570s. 570s aren't that great of a mining card. They're okay, but they're not great. They're acceptable. They give you, 24, 28, sometimes 30 mega hash. But they're not very good at gaming. They're okay, but they're not, you'd be much better off with a 580 or a 480 or something like that. Or a 1060. I gamed on this 1060 for a long time, and it was a beast of a little card. I couldn't believe how well it ran with my 3900X. The 2070 I gamed on for a long time too. And by the way, MSI's, what is this? It's MSI 2070 Super Ventus OC. That thing's a beast. If you can get your hands on one of those, either for gaming or for mining, they're sweet. Oh, they're sweet. On NiceHash's excavator algorithm, this thing will run, I think it's 42 mega hash at 89 watts. It is crazy. It is crazy what that thing can do. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you think about mining down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about proof of stake. If you're not into all this, let me know if you thought that this might be interesting. And if you want to help me out in a trying time, like I said, there'll be wallet in the description, wallet numbers in the description, and maybe my PayPal. So, peace out, everybody. I'm Azarellis, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh, last but not least, since I had to put all of these to work in the mine, I'm stuck with a 2 gig, an old R9 270X 2 gig card. So there isn't going to be a lot of content coming out on the channel that isn't like videos like this or maybe some Path of Exile, those kind of things, just because I literally can't play that other stuff. I need the money. I must get it. So these guys have to work in the mines. So if you don't like that and you want to help me out, once again, you can check out the description. Peace out, everybody. I'm out of here. Later.